What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader, and as promised in my video yesterday, I wanted to run through a number of graded vintage collection items that closed on Sunday. I didn't pull all of them, but I pulled some of the more interesting ones. And the takeaway from this is that there were some good deals, and there were some that I thought sold for more than expected. I think it's worth kind of going through, I'd say about a dozen of them, and just sharing some thoughts on them. But let's go ahead and dig right in. The first one on my list, all of these, by the way, were sold by Jeff's Collectible Empire on eBay, and he's got even more for sale right now at auction on eBay. So for those of you looking to collect graded vintage collection items, be sure to go check it out because he's got some really nice ones. He's got some 3-packs that were Target exclusives, even some vehicles and kind of small 2-packs like the Ewoks and the Imperial ATST driver 2-pack, things like that. So go check it out. Anyway, the first one on the list is the Luke Skywalker Death Star Escape. That was graded AFA 9.0. All of these were on the modern scale, and you know, it's a little bit less expensive, but to me, if I'm a TVC collector and I have some that I would like to get graded by AFA, I would recommend sending them in on the 3-tier scale. I just think it's a more detailed kind of look at what the item is, a better snapshot of the condition of both the card and the blister as well as the figure, and it just tells a more complete story. And most collectors in general will pay up a little bit more for those. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. You can take it or leave it. But this Death Star, Luke Skywalker Death Star Escape was really nice. And what I've talked to a few collectors who watch my channel that have bought some of these, and they have mentioned that a lot of the photos do show some kind of like scratches and things like that on the case. So make sure to zoom right in on the photos. But you can see here at the top above the ages 4 and up, it's got a scratch there. And then to the right of the warning label, you can see some more scratches to the case. So I don't know if some of these were purchased by Jeff as part of a big collection and he's reselling them or what. But just keep in mind that you want to zoom in on these, at least for the ones that are still at auction right now, to make sure that the condition of the case is satisfactory to you. A number of these are in great shape that are for sale right now, as well as that are in this batch I'm going to talk about. But some of them do have some wear and tear to the actual acrylic cases, so just keep all that in mind. But anyway, this one sold for $122.49. I thought that price was pretty good. You know, it does have some minor scratches, as I mentioned, but a really beautiful item. And you know, I would say that based on some of the past sales we've seen in the market updates, that this figure can oftentimes sell for $75 to $80 minimum for the standard name pill. We did show one in a video on Sunday that had the 4-language name pill, which is, you know, very, very rare. I very rarely see that one, but this is the standard US card. But $122.49 seems pretty good. That basically is the price of an ungraded Luke Skywalker plus the grading cost. So I thought that was a pretty fair price. This one I thought was a great deal. Probably one of the better deals in the lot that sold on Sunday. This is the Darth Vader with the Darth Maul offer on the Star Wars card. And the case looked to be in great shape. And it's VC93. That one was a 9.0 grade. And that one only sold for $80 plus shipping, which is a fantastic deal in my opinion. You know, and this goes back to kind of my theory that when a seller has a lot of these ending at the same time, I think the total that I counted was 33 of them that all ended at the exact same time Sunday evening. When that happens, the more expensive ones tend to attract all the attention. Well, the more common ones are like this Darth Vader, they tend to sell for a little bit less, and I think that was the case here. Another one that sold for very inexpensive was the Naboo Royal Guard. Just a couple of very minor scratches to the case, but the item was excellent condition, unpunched, at 9.0 grade. And that one, again, also sold for $80 plus shipping. So that was a great deal, given that we've seen very recently that the Naboo Guard, I've seen these sell for over $100 ungraded, so in an auction. So that I think that was a great price for that one. Another one that also sold for pretty cheap was this one. This is the Luke Skywalker in his Hoth outfit, the original issue, not the new reissue that just came out this year. What an awesome card back. And this was also 9.0 on the modern scale. That one sold for $83. I mean, that's a fantastic deal for a graded Luke Hoth. This one also sold for way less than where we've been seeing Nikto sell for ungraded. And this one was a 9.25 grade, as you can see on the label here. It did have the Darth Maul offer. But I mean, gosh, we've seen Nikto very regularly sell for $125, $130, $140. And this one already graded at a 9.25 sold for $112 and change. That was a fantastic deal. So there were some really good deals here, despite some of the high prices on the others. Another pretty fair deal, I thought, was this 9.25 graded Barriss Offie. It had the Darth Maul offer, unpunched and in great condition. I mean, 9.25 is a fantastic score. That basically equates to a 90-plus score. That one sold for $122.50, so just an awesome deal there. I'd love to get that one to kind of match with the Clone Wars one that's coming out in the spring of next year. I think it'd be cool to have both of them because the color palette on the actual figure is going to be a little bit lighter purple to kind of match the Clone Wars animated style. But that was a fantastic deal. This one also was a pretty fair price. This was the Princess Leia with the deleted scene, Blu-ray deleted scene Sandstorm outfit. So you can get a close-up of that one there. That case, you know, again, had some kind of a lot of spotting or stains or something on the acrylic case that probably just needs to be cleaned. But anyway, going back to my comment about viewers who have bought some of these, they have said that the card itself, when it arrived, was very, very clean. It's just the case sometimes had some dirt and smudges and things like that on it. But anyway, that one sold for $127.50. I thought that price was pretty good too. Another one, again, that I think was an awesome deal was this Weequay in a Skiff Master outfit. He looks like he's got some shoulder pads going on there, trying to make himself look a little tougher than he really is. But but a pretty cool card and great card back. That one sold for $130 and change. I mean, all of those really so far have been pretty good deals. This one was a little bit higher than I expected. This is Quinlan Voss. This was AFA 9.0, and that one sold for $152.50. Pretty nice card back there for a lesser known character. And again, here's the label on that one, 9.0. $152.50 took that one home. So we're going to start digging in here shortly to some of the more expensive ones, but this one I thought was what was one of the better steals, given that Luke Skywalker Dagobah Landing VC44 tends to sell for big money, ungraded. I've been seeing them sell for, you know, anywhere from $150 to $200 pretty regularly. I've even seen $225 for these ungraded. And what was unique about this one is that this one had the alternate lightsaber that I've talked about in past videos. Luke Dagobah Landing came with either the dark blue saber, which I've found to be more common, and then this one came with the clear translucent blue saber, and that was graded 9.0, and that one sold for $169.27. I think for a graded VC44, that was a fantastic price for that one. This one was on the higher end, and we're going to start digging into some of the ones that I thought maybe were a little bit higher than I expected. And this is one of those. This is Luke Skywalker with the Darth Maul offer. Again, this is the deleted scene lightsaber construction. Pretty awesome card back, though. It was graded 9.0, and that one sold for $222.50. I think that one's a little high, in my opinion. I mean, no offense to whoever bought it. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, you probably could have found this item ungraded and graded it yourself for quite a bit less than that, but you know, maybe I'm wrong. And just with the market the way it is, you can never predict what prices are going to do. This one definitely surprised me on the high side. This was Darth Malgus AFA 9.0 US card, unpunched, really nice. And one of my favorites in terms of the expanded universe card backs. It's just an epic card back. And I think I paid, you know, this was earlier this year. I paid $65 or $70 for the Canadian version. And, you know, again, that was kind of pre-craziness that we've seen over the last 6 months. But that one sold for $237.50, which is on the higher end, in my opinion, for Darth Malgus. I mean, I still see him sell very regularly, unpunched and in excellent condition, ungraded, you know, for anywhere from $65 to $85. So that was pretty high, in my opinion. Another one that was towards the upper end of the scale, but still not that far off from where we see Bastilla Shan sell. This one sold for $310, and admittedly, this one was in very high grade. It was a 9.25 on the modern scale with the prototype FET offer, and the case was in amazing condition. It looked like I was watching this one. It did have, it looks like some very light scratches, maybe on the very top there, to the left and above the warning label, but $310 plus shipping took that one home. I mean, for me, that's closer to $350, but I wouldn't say that was a terrible price, just given that Bastilla Shan can often sell for quite a bit more than that. you know, graded, but ungraded, you know, I've seen it kind of sell 200-ish, 200 to 250 maybe on the very upper end. This is probably the biggest shocker for me was seeing this one sell. Now, admittedly, it was a 9.25 on the modern scale, so a 90 plus grade. But this Star Killer, I mean, wow, what a sales price for this one, $575. I've seen EU card backs for this already graded by UKG be offered for less than this. So somebody was willing to pay up for this one just to get the you know, just to get a high grade example. But $575 is a big number. I mean, last fall, like I said, I bought an autographed one for 85 bucks ungraded. So that is a big number there. Another one that really surprised me on the upper end of the scale in terms of price point was Shae Vizla. We all know that she's jumped up quite a bit and has been selling very regularly for 300-ish. But this one sold for $588, a big number. It was 9.0 graded. One of my buddies just picked one up with the 3-tier uncirculated graded 90 for $350. So this one sold for $588, for over $200 more than what he paid for his, and he just literally bought his less than a month ago. So that was a big number, and I think that proves that what he paid for that U90 version was a great deal. So finally, we had to finish off with Ahsoka. Ahsoka's price point, there's so much fluctuation with Ahsoka right now. Ungraded, I've seen 700 to 750 as high as that. This one was a 9.0 grade, unpunched US card. It sold for $843. And, you know, given I just saw in the Facebook Deal or No Deal group a US card unpunched, it was Collector Archive Services graded 95, and that one sold for $1,400, and that was yesterday. So so the price fluctuations for these Ahsokas are just all over the map, and you can never predict what someone's going to be willing to pay. But a CAS 95 sold for $1,400 shipped. This one sold for $843 plus shipping. Ungraded, you know, anywhere from that 700 range to 750 for a very near mint example. So that's a pretty wide range when you think about it. 750 all the way up to 1,400 for the exact same item. So we just don't know what Ahsokas are going to do. And, you know, this one definitely was, I mean, I guess in my opinion, compared to that CAS 95 that just sold for $1,400, getting an AFA 9.0 grade for $843 seems like a pretty good deal relative to what we've been seeing Ahsoka sell for. So anyway, there was certainly more that were sold yesterday, but I wanted to touch on both some really good deals as well as some that maybe were not, I wouldn't call them steals, but they were, you know, probably in market, like this Ahsoka, and then some that I thought were more expensive than I expected to go for. So it's just kind of a shotgun in terms of prices, just all over the map, but pretty interesting data points for those of you that do collect graded vintage collection 1.0s. These prices were just pretty wild to look at. And as I mentioned again, Jeff's Collectible Empire has a number of them for sale right now at auction that end this coming Sunday. So be sure to go check those out for those of you that are interested. And I'm sure I'll be covering those in a market update next week. It'll probably be my last market update for a little bit next week when the next batch of TVC close. So if you like this video and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you to my subscribers for viewing, as well as my Patreon supporters for the help with the channel. Thanks again, and I'll be back soon.